I'm little Joey Stuckey, sexy as Elvis with half the fat, and Tom Rule is here, but you can't see him because I'm blind. That's how it's going to be. Fair is fair.
I don't think fair. I don't think that worked last week.
Well,
either.
it may not have, but it's still fair.
I guess I ought to get on camera.
Well, come on over.
Okay.
You can't make the shot look any worse. Although you should.
I don't know. Now look, I just broke the camera.
Oh. You should actually show off your T-shirt there.
Yes, I should.
You should model
being
that.
Patriotic. This is Joey's from the So Far album.
Yeah, that's back 2003.
Yeah.
You remember that?
So www.joeystuckey.com.
Do you remember back that far?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes. However, I have slept since then.
Oh, good. What
anyway, so this is episode 2.
Episode 2
of a. I guess this makes it a continuing series.
That's Attack of the Clones.
Yes.
Yes, it is a continuing series, and today we're going to be working on Fall.
Now, last week we started with the easiest song. It took 6 hours to mix.
Yeah, theoretically.
And if you watched last week's episode, then you've heard a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Today we're starting with the hardest one.
Absolutely.
Fall.
Well, I mean, I figured the easiest one didn't work as well as we hoped, so go for the extreme opposite.
I am fortunately loaded with coffee, so
me too.
Thank you, Chick-fil-A.
Absolutely, and I love Chick-fil-A, and I love those cows. And at Christmas time, I got a free cow when I went to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, wow.
I had a little Santa Claus hat on.
That's utterly fascinating.
It is utterly fascinating. Thank you so much. You know what? If I didn't like you so much, I would think that comment was malicious. Malicious. You get that?
Meanwhile,
right. Anyway,
before we fall over.
Back to the ranch. So anyway, yeah, so the thing about this song is, and this is kind of an interesting point that I wanted to share also, a lot of, like most of these songs you're going to hear, there's only like 2 or 3 people performing. There is Tom playing all the keyboard parts, of course, and all the auxiliary things you can do with keyboards, like cello lines and things like that. And then he did a lot of drum programming as well. And usually on these records, I do all the drum programming, and I think I've only done drum programming on like 1 song out of 10. And Tom's done, and that's really, and his drum programming, I must say, has come quite a long. It's really, I mean, it's really nice stuff. And then we decided to blend that in with some live drums. And on this track, there's some very sparse drum programming, which is really nice stereo. And then we had Dr. Marcus Reddick come in and play some hand drums and then play drum set. It's because there's a part in the song that really kicks up. And, of course, I play all the guitar parts. And then the other thing I was going to say, though, is that I'd like people to listen for is that neat thing you did with the breathing. Yeah,
that was actually, and the other thing that's interesting about this one, whereas Rain was all recorded here,
right?
This one started. We wrote it in the studio here and came and basically sketched it out, and I did the chart, and then I took it home to the home studio, and I was goofing around with my new Cascade Figure 8 ribbon mic, and it was just goofing around with it and thought, okay, this sounds kind of cool. And that's actually the breathing thing you'll hear on it. It's going to pan left and right. That is one take.
One take, yeah. And it has, if you listen carefully, I mean, it has some very human things. You can hear a lip smack here or there, and I mean,
and breathing.
Yeah, but I really like it. I mean, I really like it. I mean, it's a neat sound. It's a little ear candy for you. And a lot of these songs, bringing you back to the point, of course, all the guitar parts were cut here in the studio. All the drums were cut here in the studio. We had Dr. Monty Cole on one song playing flute. It was cut here. But most of these songs have started with Tom doing the skeleton at his what he calls the outhouse.
The outhouse.
Yeah.
It's also known as the house out back. So no plumbing, but I have air conditioning and a phone out there. So.
Yeah, he digs a hole if he has to go to the bathroom.
No, I'll walk up to the house.
Oh yeah. Anyway. But so a lot of these started that way. But this is a really cool song. I think it reminds me of a little bit of Mannheim Steamroller, a little bit of Acoustic Alchemy with the lead melody. I think this is something you could hear, except for the part in the middle. This is something you could probably hear like a Hearts of Space, even though it is jazz.
Yeah, it is kind of jazz. Definitely not traditional jazz. Definitely modern. And then we got the whole rock and roll thing going on at the end, which is epic.
It's very, very cool, and I won't spend too much more time talking about it, but most of what you're going to hear on the drums is really mostly ambient miking, because we want a big, kind of a Led Zeppelin-y drum sound in the sense that we want a big, full room sort of drum sound. So a lot of what's going to be driving the drum track when the whole thing sort of kicks in is a room mic. That's for those of you nerds that listen to recordings like me and go, oh, I know how they did that. Anyway.
So,
and you're one of those nerds, aren't you, Tom?
Yes, I am.
All right.
I am.
You have a card? Do you carry a card? Are you a card-carrying member of the Nerd Club?
No, but I have a credit card.
You have a tattoo?
No.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Anyway.
I do have chin hair.
Oh, well, I've noticed that about you.
That counts.
Yeah, goats have chin hair too.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so anyway.
And I eat like one, so there you go.
Aluminum cans and all.
Anyway, so that's episode 2 of the Mixture saga. We ought to call this the Mixture blog.
I agree with that.
And so lots more coming. 8 more tunes after this one.
Right.
And other news.
Next week will be
who knows what?
Attack of the Sith or whatever it is.
Or something.
Yeah, that's episode 3.
Attack of the Spoons, maybe.
I can do that.
Attack of the Scalpels.
That'd be awesome.
But we've also got a student of mine and a friend who's doing some stuff. Yeah. We're working on some other side projects. And so stay tuned to this one. Subscribe. There's a look on that side. Well, maybe it's on that. Maybe it's up.
Well,
I don't know where it is.
Well, here's looking at you anyway. How about that?
Yeah. And so there's a way to subscribe where you can automatically keep up with the news.
And frankly, this is the best thing you could do with your iPhone is to have this downloaded to it.
This will make your life better.
It will.
And so spread the word. We got a new album coming out. It's called Mixture. JoeyStuckey.com.